Holly Willoughby will finally return to ITV this weekend following her shock exit from This Morning and friendship breakdown with Phillip Schofield. Holly Willoughby and Phillip Schofield were one of ITV's most famous duos who dominated the network and were best friends behind the scenes. However, a fallout following Phillip's admission to an affair with a younger employee meant their partnership came to a bitter end. Last May, Phillip left This Morning after 2 decades, having spent 14 of them alongside co-host Holly. Days later he quit ITV altogether as he admitted to having an unwise but not illegal affair with a younger colleague who worked for the program. He insisted that co-host Holly was unaware of the relationship and she broke her silence, admitting that she was hurt over Phil's admission and claimed she was told it was not true. Insiders had claimed that tension was brewing in the background and the two not seeing eye to eye, with Phillip eventually unfollowing Holly on Instagram, which came before she was due to make her NTA's debut without her former TV bestie. Cracks reportedly began to show dating back to 2019 when Holly co-hosted I'm a Celebrity in Ant McPartland's place on the 2018 series. It was claimed that Phil was jealous and sources alleged he banned Holly from speaking about her victorious stint, which led to a BAFTA win. At the time, a source told The Sun, Phillip was furious. He didn't want Holly to mention her triumph when they reunited on This Morning. It felt very petty and bitter for someone who was his close friend. But it felt like he was jealous. This Morning bosses hit back at the claim, saying, Phillip and Holly had a genuine friendship. A spokesperson said, "We have the smartest viewers watching telly and believe me, they would be the first to notice any issues. They haven't because there are none." When appearing on Pal Fern Cotton's Happy Place podcast in 2021, Holly's Celebrity Juice co-star said that people shortly after the pair found themselves at the center of a media backlash in September 2022 after being accused of jumping the queue to visit the Queen lying in state. After being compared to the likes of David Beckham, who stood for several hours, fans were outraged that they never waited their turn. This Morning and the presenters were forced to issue a statement clarifying the issue. They explained they were given permission to access the hall alongside other broadcasters and journalists and did not skip the line or take anybody's place. Despite this, public anger soared, with more than 75,000 signing a petition calling for ITV to sack them from the show. A source told OK that the atmosphere in the studio was chilling. They said, "You could cut the tension in the room with a knife." The fact that the audience are now noticing it too indicates that big cracks are starting to show. Despite their closeness, Phillip is alleged to have kept Holly in the dark over his brother Timothy Schofield's trial for child sex offenses. An insider told the Daily Mail, Holly had to find out from someone else, which must have been awful for her. She has been so loyal to him. Timothy was sentenced to 12 years in prison after being found guilty of sexually abusing a teenage boy. Leading up to Phil's departure from This Morning, Holly appeared to distance herself from him on social media. In her Twitter bio, she had previously written, "I was introduced to this by a Twitter legend." Before tagging her former presenting partner, her Twitter bio now reads, broadcaster, founder of Wild Moon, brand ambassador for Marks Spencer and Garnier, author of Reflections. Phillip announced he was stepping down as host of This Morning with immediate effect on May 20, but failed to address his long-standing co-presenter. Holly broke her silence in a social media statement expressing her pain while defending her knowledge of the relationship. It's taken time to process yesterday's news.